High in the Ural Mountains of Russia, a chilling tale unfolds. It's a story of adventure, mystery, and death. 9 experienced hikers ventured into the wilderness, never to return alive. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass incident. In 1959, during the heart of the Cold War, a group of students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute embarked on a skiing expedition. Their goal was to reach Otorten Mountain, a remote peak in the northern Urals. The group, led by Igor Dyatlov, was young and eager for adventure. Little did they know that their adventure would end in tragedy, their story becoming one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century. The Dyatlov Pass incident, as it came to be known, has captivated and perplexed researchers, investigators, and armchair detectives for decades. The group of 9 hikers, 7 men and 2 women, were experienced skiers and adventurers. They had spent years honing their skills in the harshest of winter conditions, pushing their limits and testing their endurance. Each member of the group brought a unique set of skills and experiences, making them a formidable team. They were familiar with the challenges of winter expeditions. The biting cold, the treacherous terrain, and the unpredictable weather were all part of the adventure they sought. Their previous expeditions had prepared them well for the journey they were about to undertake. They planned their route carefully, meticulously packing their gear for the journey ahead. Every item was chosen with precision, ensuring they had everything they needed to survive the harsh conditions. From food supplies to navigation tools, nothing was left to chance. Their goal was Otorten Mountain, a challenging but achievable destination for their skill set. The mountain, known for its rugged beauty and formidable conditions, was a beacon for adventurers seeking to test their mettle. The hikers set off on January 27, 1959, their spirits high despite the harsh winter conditions. They were eager to conquer the mountain and add another successful expedition to their list of achievements. They documented their journey with cameras and diaries, capturing moments of camaraderie and the stunning beauty of the Ural Mountains. Each photograph and diary entry was a testament to their adventure, a way to share their experiences with the world. The last entry in one of the diaries, dated February 1st, simply reads, "It's starting to get dark." This brief note, written in the fading light, would be the final record of their journey. Days turned into weeks with no word from the hikers. The silence was deafening and the once hopeful anticipation turned into a gnawing worry. Concern grew among their families and friends. The lack of communication was unusual and the fear that something had gone terribly wrong began to take hold. The authorities were alerted, and a search and rescue operation was launched. Teams of rescuers equipped with the best gear available were dispatched to find the missing hikers. The rescuers faced a daunting task, a vast and unforgiving wilderness blanketed in snow. The search was grueling, with each step through the deep snow bringing them closer to the unknown fate of the hikers. On February 26th, the search party made a chilling discovery. The harsh winter winds howled through the Ural Mountains as the rescuers trudged through the deep snow, their breath visible in the frigid air. They had been searching for days, hoping to find the missing hikers alive, but what they stumbled upon was far from what they had hoped. The hikers' tent was found abandoned on the slopes of a mountain that would later be named Dyatlov Pass in their honor. The tent stood eerily silent, a stark contrast to the surrounding wilderness. It was a haunting sight, a lone structure amidst the vast expanse of white, hinting at the tragedy that had unfolded. The tent was partially collapsed, slashed open from the inside as if in a desperate escape. The fabric flapped in the wind, revealing the chaos within. It was clear that something had gone terribly wrong, forcing the hikers to cut their way out in a frantic bid for survival. Scattered around the tent, the rescuers found personal belongings, shoes, cameras, and food, left behind in a seemingly panicked flight. These items, once essential for the hikers' journey, now lay abandoned in the snow, telling a silent story of fear and urgency. Footprints in the snow, some barefoot, some wearing only socks, led away from the tent, deeper into the frozen wilderness. The tracks painted a picture of confusion and desperation, as if the hikers had fled without a clear direction, driven by an unseen terror. The first 2 bodies, those of Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonichenko, were discovered a short distance from the tent. They lay in the snow, their lifeless forms a stark reminder of the perilous conditions they had faced. The scene was both tragic and puzzling, raising more questions than answers. They were shoeless and partially dressed as if they had fled in a hurry. Their clothing, inadequate for the freezing temperatures, suggested a hasty departure, leaving them vulnerable to the elements. The mystery deepened as investigators tried to piece together the events that led to their untimely deaths. Over the following weeks, the search party uncovered the remaining 7 bodies, some further down the slope in a ravine, their deaths shrouded in mystery. Each discovery added to the enigma, with injuries and circumstances that defied easy explanation. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling and tragic mysteries in the history of mountaineering. As the investigators examined the bodies, a horrifying picture emerged. Many of the hikers had died from hypothermia, a grim consequence of exposure to the extreme cold. However, the cause of death for some was far more violent and perplexing. Some of the hikers had suffered severe internal injuries, including fractured ribs and skull fractures, injuries inconsistent with a simple fall or avalanche. Strangely, their clothing showed traces of radiation. Theories began to circulate, each more unsettling than the last. Adding to the enigma, some bodies were missing eyes and tongues, their faces locked in expressions of terror. These gruesome details only deepened the mystery, fueling speculation of something sinister at play. In the wake of the tragedy, numerous theories emerged attempting to explain the bizarre circumstances surrounding the hikers' deaths. The mystery of the Dyatlov Pass incident has captivated the minds of many, leading to a plethora of hypotheses, each more intriguing than the last. Some experts proposed that an avalanche, a common occurrence in mountainous regions, could have swept down the slope, catching the hikers off guard. Avalanches are known for their sudden and devastating impact, capable of burying anything in their path under tons of snow and ice. The avalanche theory, while initially plausible, failed to fully account for the severity of the injuries sustained by some of the hikers. The injuries were not just typical fractures, they included severe trauma that seemed inconsistent with what one would expect from an avalanche alone. The force of an avalanche could explain broken bones, but not the missing soft tissue or the traces of radiation. These anomalies led investigators to consider other possibilities, as the presence of radiation was particularly perplexing and suggested an unusual source of contamination. Another theory suggested that the hikers stumbled into a zone of infrasound, low-frequency sound waves that can cause disorientation, nausea, and panic attacks. Infrasound is a natural phenomenon that can be generated by wind passing over the mountain's topography, creating vibrations that are felt rather than heard. Proponents of this theory argued that the hikers, driven to a state of frenzy by the inaudible sound waves, ripped their tent open from the inside and fled into the night. This theory attempts to explain the seemingly irrational behavior of the hikers, who left their shelter inadequately dressed for the harsh conditions, ultimately leading to their tragic demise. As the investigation continued, whispers of more sinister explanations began to surface. Some suspected that the hikers had stumbled upon a secret military testing ground and were victims of a cover-up. The presence of radiation on their clothing lent credence to this theory. Others speculated that the hikers had encountered escaped Gulag prisoners, desperate and dangerous individuals who might have attacked the hikers out of fear or desperation. The remote location and the Cold War paranoia fueled speculation of covert operations and hidden agendas. However, no concrete evidence was ever found to support these theories. The authorities remained tight-lipped, fueling conspiracy theories that continue to circulate to this day. The lack of a definitive explanation only served to deepen the mystery. In the absence of concrete answers, some turned to the paranormal. Theories involving Yeti attacks, UFO encounters, and ancient curses were proffered, captivating the imagination but offering little in terms of tangible evidence. While these theories were largely dismissed by investigators, they highlighted the profound sense of mystery surrounding the incident. The bizarre circumstances, the lack of a logical explanation, left room for speculation and fueled the imagination. Some local indigenous tribes believed the area to be sacred, a place where spirits roamed free and trespassers were met with misfortune. While these beliefs were rooted in folklore and superstition, they added another layer of intrigue to the already perplexing case. Despite decades of investigation and countless theories, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of the most baffling unsolved mysteries of our time. The evidence is contradictory, the theories often conflicting, leaving us with more questions than answers. Was it a natural disaster, a tragic case of misadventure, or something more sinister? The answer, it seems, lies buried beneath the snow and ice of the Ural Mountains, a chilling reminder of the power of the unknown. The Dyatlov Pass incident stands as a stark reminder that some mysteries may never be fully solved. It is a testament to the enduring power of the unknown, the human need to seek answers, and the chilling reality that some questions may never have satisfactory explanations. The Dyatlov Pass incident continues to fascinate and horrify, inspiring books, documentaries, and countless theories. It serves as a chilling reminder of the unforgiving power of nature and the depths of human curiosity. As we delve into the details of the incident, we are left with a sense of unease, a chilling reminder that there are things in this world that we may never fully understand. The mountain, it seems, holds its secrets close, leaving us to grapple with the unknown. The legacy of the Dyatlov Pass hikers lives on, not just in the mystery surrounding their deaths, but in the spirit of adventure that drove them to explore the unknown. Their story is a cautionary tale, a reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of mystery.